All right, greetings everybody. Welcome to the TECH Freire Charter High School 21-22 virtual open house. If you're watching this video, that means your child, or you, if you're the child, was accepted and offered a spot at TECH Freire for the 21-22 school year. My name is Craig Elman. I'm the Director of Data and Academic Affairs. I handle enrollment here at TECH Freire, and I'll be your MC for the evening at the virtual open house. I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to our agenda here. We're going to start out with a welcome and mission. Then we'll have some talk about our academics. You'll hear from two of our directors as well as some teachers. We are going to then address student services and supports, school culture, extracurricular activities. Then I'm going to come back and talk to you some more about enrollment next steps and what's required. Then we'll open it up for questions and answers, and then we'll have some optional enrollment packet support available at the conclusion of the meeting. All right, I'm going to kick it over to Mr. Charles for the welcome and mission.
Family, good evening, good evening. My name is Charles Ware. I am the head of school here at TECH Freire. Before we begin, I want to start by reading to you our vision for TECH Freire. At TECH Freire, we believe that education is the great equalizer and the means by which we can and will unapologetically battle the racial inequity that has plagued our students and families for generations. We believe that action equals equity. Therefore, we strive each day to take action. We take action by providing a robust learning experience for students. We take action by ensuring our students are taught the fundamental technology skills necessary to thrive in the 21st century. We take action by educating the whole child, emphasizing the values of nonviolence and community through rich extracurricular programming. At TECH Freire, action equals equity. Mr. Craig, can you flip to the next slide, please? Because these two go hand in hand. So as you see on this slide, we have 10 people laid out and one highlighted. This slide represents the chances of a student from an urban school in an urban city. It represents their chances of graduating from high school. 1 in 10. Excuse me. Graduating from college. 1 in 10. 1 in 10. Freshman orientation, the first thing I tell students when I show them this slide is that this slide should make you angry. Because in no fault of their own, this is what our students are up against. And we at TECH Freire, we understand that, and therefore we take action. Every day we fight to battle this statistic, because our goal is, after the 4 years they have been with us, our students will leave here with a life of choice. So through the rigorous curriculum, through the rigorous extracurricular activities, and through the day in and day out actions that our staff and teachers display, we are fighting this statistic. We are so excited to have you come along on this ride with us. I'm eager for you to get a chance to meet and know all of the other leaders in this building. And we thank you for your time tonight. And those of you who are watching, we thank you for your time, period. Mr. Craig, back to you.
All right, thank you, Charles. I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to our academic heads, Ms. Ella and Mr. Brian.
Hi guys, my name is Miss Ella Anderson. I am the co-head of academics and the director of STEAM over at TECH Freire Charter School. Specifically, that just means I support all of our science, math, technology classes, and specifically help support our 9th and 10th grade students. It is my 4th year at TECH. I was a teacher here for a few years. I've moved up and I'm a coach and a director at the school. On the screen, you also have my email as well as my phone number. Please feel free to reach out if any questions come up about the specific academics at our school. And I am going to kick it over to Mr. Brian.
Good evening, y'all. It's a pleasure not to see you, and I wish I could be able to see you. But my name is Mr. Brian. I am the co-head of academics here at TECH Freire, specifically the director of humanities. This is my third year at TECH. I work with the 11th and 12th grade specifically, but holistically, the English department, the history department, and some of our special courses. Just like Miss Ella, my contact information is below, but this will be with our enrollment packets, and we are so excited that you are joining us next year. Craig, can you hit us with a slide, please? So I know Mr. Charles had read the mission of our school. And by the way, we start with that mission every Monday morning at our staff meetings. And that mission is ingrained within our department meetings as well. But when we think about the mission of our education at TECH Freire, it is, as Mr. Charles said, a college preparatory school. We focus on computer science and entrepreneurship. Within that, what that means is we really put an emphasis on critical thinking and problem solving. And we do all of this in a space that emphasizes community, teamwork, and nonviolence. This is the work that we do, and this is the Freire education that we offer. Miss Ella, I'll kick it to you for courses.
Awesome. Right in line with our mission, we have two specific cornerstones that all of the courses we offer really stem from at TECH Freire. The first, as Brian said, is our focus on technology and entrepreneurship. Every single student in our school, every single year at our school will be provided with a course that pushes them to become digitally literate. And what that means is everything from basic computer skills like typing to really more rigorous, complex computer skills like coding and 3D printing. The hope is that our courses are pushing kids to gain all the skills necessary to thrive in a digital world in which we live in now. The second cornerstone that all of our courses stem from is ensuring that students are or receive all the necessary credit requirements to go to college. So we want to ensure that they have everything from math, science, reading credits to the elective credits, anything that they need to be successful in college, they should get at our school through the courses that we offer. And Craig, you can go ahead to the next slide. So here at TECH Freire, we have some grading policies that we think are important to talk with you guys about. First, just being our teachers update their gradebooks on a weekly basis. The reason for this is to ensure that teachers, parents, students, our TECH Freire community are all working on the same team to ensure that our students are successful. We do use something called Power School Gradebook. And when you do officially join our community, we will be sure to set you up with the username and login so you can consistently keep track of where your student is academically. In addition to that, we have two grading policies that are cornerstones of our school. First being the passing grade at TECH Freire is a 75%. The reason for this is because we really want to hold a high bar for our students and ensure that they are mastering the content that we put in front of them. The second is that we have a mastery and effort grade. So we grade our students based off two areas. One, mastery being, did they master the content? And two, effort being, did they try hard and do the work and complete it to the best of their abilities? As I said, we have very high expectations for our students. And because of that, we also have a large amount of student supports that we're going to get into a little bit later. Some of those include after school centers, office hours, academic advisors and counselors. And the big support that we have is just every person at this school wants your student to succeed. And we will be working with you as a team and as partners to ensure that we give your student everything they need to succeed academically at TECH.
Excellent. And we'll round this out with a little bit of educational philosophy about our man Paulo Freire from Sao Paulo, Brazil. To keep things in perspective, some of the guiding principles that we use here at TECH Freire is first the integral teacher-student and student-teacher model. What this model looks like is everyone that walks into the classroom has something to teach each other. That goes back to the value that we place on community, but it also is at the core of Paulo Freire's educational philosophy. We learn best when we are learning together, and we only do that when we each believe that we can learn from each other. That looks like active dialogue in the classroom through problem posing. Problem posing is when you pose a question to a group of people, and through active dialogue, you chew on and think about, what does this mean? And I want to pause and just say that this is not a classroom that just lives with dialogue and people speaking and no one's reading and or writing. This is all done in unison but it is meant to promote that everyone has a voice, and we are asking that everyone shares their voice in a structured learning environment. And the last piece is Freire's idea of education for liberation. We want to give our skills, or excuse me, our young men and women that enter our school, the skills necessary and the knowledge needed to survive in the world and once they graduate. Like Charles said, we want them to live a life of choice. And that starts with empowering them to build their future during their 4 years at Tech. And I am extremely excited and honored to share with you two teachers that do that extremely well, Mr. Jonathan Walker and Ms. Keisha Weeks.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
So I'm Mr. Walker.
And I'm Ms. K.
And we are the Algebra 1 team for the 9th grade. And one thing that we stress in our class is that teacher-student, student-teacher relationship. If you notice the background of the screen here, if I was to move all this fancy stuff, you'll see student names and you'll see teacher names because we have 100% of cameras on in our room. The first thing we've done at the beginning of the year in August is we built the teacher-student relationship so as the kids were comfortable enough on Zoom to just take themselves and show their camera. We have a course model, and Ms. Cameron, pass it over to you so you can talk about that course model before we move into like how we actually do this teaching thing.
Absolutely. So we start off every single day, every single wonderful morning with our course motto, with every single class also. So you got us in the afternoon, we're doing our course motto as well. Our course motto, as you can see in the gray box over towards the right of the screen, is that if I try, and then the students, I can. Yes, thank you, Mr. Awesome. And Ms. K and Mr. Walker always kind of add a tidbit to the end of that, right? We not only allow them to say, I can, but we say, and you will, right? Because we want our students to know that it's never a no, it's just a not yet, right?
So in our classroom, I just want to take you right into what we do content-wise. Brian, you can move on to the next screen. That quote by Nelson Mandela that says education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. We have two major structures in which we do with our students. So Ms. Cameron, pass it right to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Walt. So in Algebra 1, we want to make sure that for our 9th graders that are coming in, you guys, right, most of you guys that are coming in, that you're reviewing the prerequisite skills that you needed from middle school, right? And then in Algebra, what we do is we build the course on these skills, and we build the skills that you have, and then we introduce to you Algebra in a clear and manageable way.
With all of that, what we're doing is we're giving kids the groundwork so when they actually attack our Algebra 1 content that's leading them into their high school math or geometry, Algebra 2, trigonometry, and calculus, we're actually allowing them opportunities to get this content in a manageable, easy way, and kids are now able to master content. So if you see over on the right side of the screen, 200 points, this is typically what happens with our students in our Algebra 1 course because we're breaking the content down. Ms. K, she does the differentiation in our room, and then I'm pretty much sort of kind of all over the place with the rigor and trying to break it down and make it easy for kids, but quality learning.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely, Mr. Walker. We point ourselves a dream team when we come to Algebra, and that's just not Mr. Walker and Ms. K. The dream team is all of 9th grade, right? Because we're pushing the rigor, we're pushing the standards, we're making sure that we're pushing critical thinking, because as Mr. Brian mentioned earlier, we are as much of the students as we are the teachers, and the students are the teachers as much as they are the students.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like that education for liberation part, right? Paulo Freire.
Always.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Sorry, hello, I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to Ms. Christina now.
Sure. All right. So I'm Christina Lee. I'm the Director of Student Services and Support. And in this department, we provide services, supports, and resources that ensure that all students are on track to meet their goals. At TECH Freire, we have a high bar, and we hold our students to these high bars because we want them to be successful after they leave us and productive citizens and adults in their communities. But also, in order for them to be successful and to hold them to their high bar, we make sure that they are fully supported at our school. we make sure that they have all the social, emotional, academic supports that they need, whether it's through tiered learning, whether it's through different access to the curriculum. As Keisha and Walker pointed out, that the classes are co-taught. We have co-taught English and math classes to make sure that students are supported and that they have a great support into achieving that 75 or higher. In addition to that, the Student Services Department also has a director of emotional supports with counseling to make sure that we're supporting the whole child and that we understand that mental health is very important and that it is as important as it is with education and ensuring that the population in certain urban communities can be successful in life. I'm going to kick it over with that said to culture with our director of culture.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Malcolm Ellaby. I'm the Director of School Culture here at TECH Freire. My responsibility is to make sure that the culture of our building is what it should be. And when we talk about culture, we don't mean discipline. Here at TECH, culture means community and family. Below what you'll see is our culture vision statement, and I'm going to read it for you guys. Here at TECH Freire School is a peaceful community. Our highest priority is making sure that students feel safe, engaged in our classrooms and throughout our building, and that each of us has the tools and skills we need to resolve conflict peacefully. We work together as a community to create peaceful environments in which every student can focus on themselves, their education, and feel safe to take emotional and personal risks necessary for learning. We view conflict as an opportunity for learning, growth, and positive change. Some key levers to make sure that our school culture is that what it needs to be and that our students can genuinely be themselves are we have a student council, which we had kicked off our first year, and our student council is a direct line of communication from our student body to our leadership team, because here at TECH Freire, our students are what is most important. As Ms. Christina touched on a little bit earlier, we are here to support the whole child, and which is unique to any other school. We have a school therapist that students can receive therapy if they need it or for any of their supports. We also have a peer mediation program that helps our students work through conflict without using violence that are led by our students. And it can be student-to-student conflicts or student-to-staff conflicts. Lastly, we have a nonviolence policy. This policy, we have absolutely zero tolerance for violence. This helps our kids stay safe while they are in and out of our building and help them be their natural selves. Some things that I would like to highlight about our TECH culture is that we are family oriented. When you guys walk into our building in 9th grade, we all become a family, not only for our students, but the family of our students. We all become one to create the best outcome for our students. We also are student-led. A lot of our things are led by our students. Some things to highlight is just this past February in Black History Month, we had a student-led Black History Month Expo where students displayed their talent through poems, through rapping, through singing, through drawing. And these are just some of the things that we do, because once again, culture is not discipline, it's community and family. At the bottom of this slide, you'll see my cell phone, my direct cell phone number, as well as my email. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, Mr. Malcolm. I'm gonna go ahead and kick it over to extracurricular activities with Ms. Alexandra and Ms. Shantea.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alexandra, and I am one of the Student and Community Partnerships Managers here at TECH. Unlike many other educational institutions, you will notice that TECH Freire has taken the unique perspective of specifically mentioning extracurricular activities in our vision statement. We are committed to educating the whole child and exposing students to new experiences and giving them the opportunity to reinforce the lessons learned in the classroom and apply them in a real world context. Leading Innovative Thinkers, which is LIT for short, is fully funded by a national program called the 21st Century Grant, which directly correlates to helping students prepare for life after high school in the 21st century. You can go to the next slide. So LIT is broken down into two buckets. LIT activities, which are fun enrichment, engaging activities taught by local experts in that field.
And then the other bucket is our learning cafes, as Ms. Ella mentioned, which are academic support for all students 9 through 12 from actual TECH Freire teachers. I'm going to toss it over to Ms. Shantea.
Hey, Craig, can we get to the next slide, please? And hello, family. How's everybody doing? I know you're probably wondering what type of program activities we offer. And here's just a small list of what our students picked out before the school year even started as to what they wanted within our programs. So we have art and design, which is more of a technical art. We have art and creation, where our students just make projects. We have music production for our students that are into music and the behind the scenes of audio engineering. We have music vocals with our talented teacher, Mr. Will, where we already had students put on performances this year with the vocal training that they received from Mr. Will. We have videography and media with Miss Gianna from WHYY, and our students are also given opportunities once we are back in person to visit the WHYY studios. We have coding, where we have a lot of great students that are doing things like making websites and apps. And then we have comic story and graphic storytelling, which is a phenomenal program. And if I knew how to draw, I would probably be in that program, but I don't, so, you know. And can I get to the next slide, please? So, if you are interested in any of these activities as a student, or you want to sign your student up, along with this email that you are receiving, it will be a link to our interest survey, where you'll be asked just a few questions on what you're interested in and what you would like to take on in the school year when we come back. We like to implement programs that our students are asking for, and not what we think they may want. Next slide, please.
So because of the 21st Century Grant, we are able to provide concrete figures that show the benefit of lit to tech students based on evaluations from last year. So in addition to these numbers, students have the chance to learn time management, how to collaborate with others, and many other life skills. Next slide, please.
And parents, we did not leave you out. We did so many great things virtually this school year, and we plan on doing just about the same, if not bigger. We had things like our paint with tech night. As you see on the screen, we have a picture of all our parents and families that participated in that. We will be bringing back our financial literacy classes, our cooking classes, and our bingo night. And along with our interest survey, you'll probably receive another survey in the summer. So we can find out from you what services you would like us to bring to you, so you can have an input on what we bring to family and parent engagement.
So just to round off, here's just another showing of what we're doing here at Lit. As incoming freshmen, you guys will have the opportunity to actually take advantage of Lit this summer once you become TECH Freire students. So in that survey that you will get, please go ahead and put your student's name and your email. We will be sure to get in contact with you. So here's a quick video of what we've done. The artwork is by a current 9th grade student involved in gaming and graphic novel and art and design. The first beat you will hear is by a current 10th grade student within music production. And the last song you will hear is by a student who graduated in 2020. She was supposed to sing this at graduation, but however, she was not unable to, so we always like to highlight her work.
I'm just optimizing for sound real quick. Bear with me.
Here's just our contact information. We hope to see you guys this summer, and if not, definitely in the fall. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Alexandra and Ms. Shantea. I'm going to take over again. Just real quick, again, I'm Craig Umland. I'm the Director of Data and Academic Affairs, which means I'm in charge of enrollment. You've already received quite a few emails from me at this point, and students, get used to it because you're going to be getting emails from me all next year and all the next 4 or 3 years if you're coming in at 10th grade. So get used to it. Please read them. It definitely hurts my feelings if you don't read my emails. But no, just more seriously, there's generally important stuff in the emails. But that said, parents, here is the process for making sure that you save your seat at TECH Freire. The deadline is March 12th, 2021. That is next week, Friday. And there's 2 things that you have to do to accept your spot. One, you would have gotten a notification on February 12th, both by email from me as well as directly from Apply Philly Charter, that you were offered a seat. You have to go into the Apply Philly Charter portal and accept your spot. There's directions for how to do it directly in the email from Apply Philly Charter. Follow those directions. It's pretty much just going in, logging into your account, and there should be a big box that says handle offers, and then you accept the one from TECH Freire. Unfortunately, that alone does not save your spot. The other thing that we need is your registration enrollment packet. I sent you a link I think in just about every email that I sent you, it included a link to the JOT form to complete that packet online. You can also, if you prefer, complete it in person. Just reach out to me directly. My phone number is 920-637-0395. You can reach out to me. We'll set up a time for you to come in and complete the enrollment packet in person at the school. We also offer to mail you out a paper copy, but at this point, that would be cutting it a little close. I just want to make sure that you have enough time. If you're watching this right now, it's because you missed the actual virtual open house. This is our recording. So we did offer free TECH Freire masks to people who completed the enrollment packet online and attended our meeting. But if you're watching this video and you completed your enrollment packet, shoot me an email, craig.umland@techfreire.org. You have my email address in your inbox. Shoot me an email and I'll throw you a TECH Freire mask as well. All right. This is the part where we'd ask for questions, but instead I think for everyone here, I just want to say we welcome you to TECH Freire. We're excited to get started with you for 21-22. If you have any questions, you have my email address. Please feel free to reach out. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Don't be a stranger. I'd love to hear from you and would love to talk through any questions that you might have. We look forward to working with you next school year.